Newsjack, brand new topical comedy on BBC Radio 4 Extra.
My name's Justin Edwards and I'm here to talk about Newsjack, the topical comedy show that goes out on BBC Radio 4 Extra on Thursday nights, and it's unusual for radio shows insofar as it's open to anyone who wants to send in their material, and it all gets read, and then the best stuff is cherry-picked out and put into a big script which we all sit around and play with on Wednesdays, which is when we record it. Typically I get sent a big pile, about sort of 100, 250 one-liners the night before at about midnight on a Tuesday, which I then go through and cull the ones I want for opening jokes.
Lebanon's tourism minister is thinking of suing the makers of Homeland over the negative way the popular drama has portrayed Beirut. He might also want to consider suing the news.
So then we all meet up on Wednesday and read through all the sketches that have been shortlisted and put into the script so far by the producers and the script editors. Then with a massive read-through, then we cull some other sketches from that, or change some, or have any other suggestions and chop things around. Then we go and do a technical rehearsal on the microphones to make sure the sound effects and anything else we need are there, and then we record it in front of a live audience every Wednesday night at the Radio Theatre in central London. And if you want to come along and see recordings of the show, you can. You apply for tickets through the BBC website, and in general it's very good fun, and we record about an hour's worth of sketches which then get edited down to the half-hour show that goes out on Thursday nights. So it's quite a big production number for the producers and the script editors, who have to get through, I mean, literally thousands, and it all gets read. And there's no judgment on the writer's background or gender or education, despite what people seem to think, that it's sort of ends up, people assume that it's a typically Oxbridge driven, or that it's a male show or anything like that. No, nothing like that at all. Everything is read in complete fairness and then judged on whether or not it's funny. Really, that's the only criteria for stuff that comes in.
I thought it would be cheaper to live in a bouncy castle, but the inflation prices are worse, if anything. Shut up!
And then obviously some stuff doesn't work in the recording for various reasons, is or isn't funny in front of an audience for whatever reason. But it's it's a learning process for everyone in it, from the producers and the script editors and the contributors right down to the performers. And we've also discovered several new writers through the process of Newsjack, because people will get one joke on, then they get a couple of sketches on, and then they start getting sketches on every week, and then the producers say, look, why don't you come in and write on some other shows? And then there's also, I think quite a few of the writers have gone on to do the one-year bursary that's run by Radio 4 to have in-house writers who then write on shows like the News Quiz and the Now Show and other shows before, developing their own ideas and becoming fixtures in the comedy writing scene. So it really is a good way for people who want to be comedy writers, or particularly want to get into writing for radio and for television. It's a fantastic way to start. There are a lot of helpful forums and blogs and opinions on the internet about the best way to write material for the show, or the worst way, or how you submit or whatever. But I think ultimately, if you can find something funny and it works on the night, yeah, and you get paid as well. That's the other thing. You get paid for every single second of your work that is broadcast, and it's a writing credit, and it sits on your CV, and it's the first way for a lot of people of getting their foot into the radio door, foot in under a table, getting their feet under the radio, foot through the door, putting their feet through the door of the radio, and then under the table of the radio.
Newsjack, brand new topical comedy on BBC Radio 4 Extra, Thursday nights at 10:30 in the Comedy Club.